Hey everyone, what's going on? Jetinator Gamer here, and before we get started, I just wanted to say I am sorry for taking that little unexpected break. I know I'm new to all this. I had actually not planned to quit. I actually had planned to do a lot of videos over the Christmas break. But what ended up happening was the mic that I was using at the time, a Blue Yeti, it ended up not working, and I couldn't get a replacement. And just recently I just got a new headset, which I will be using for now. The quality will not be as good as it was. That being said, it is the best I can do at the time. You know, college student life, you know how it is. That being said, one other thing before we get into this video. I'm trying a new format with my videos. Before it was a full gameplay video and walkthrough, which I plan to still do sometimes, but I do not believe I will be doing it with the A to Z series that I am trying to do, simply because when playing some of these odd gods and different, roles in the game, if I don't concentrate, it will not end up going well. I think you've seen that in the past. Very simple gods like Achilles in the solo lane, I did not do too well, and a lot of that is because I was focusing more on trying to comment over what I was trying to do, and I wasn't able to actually do what I was trying to. So that being said, I also just want to thank you all for the support that I had while I was away. I got some messages from some of y'all, and I really appreciate all of that. So that being said, let's go ahead and jump into this. So, right off the bat, when I started this Agni jungle, I did not have high hopes at all. In theory, I knew that it had potential because of how high of a burst damage mage Agni is. You have his ult, which is a ton of burst damage, you have his 2, which is, again, a lot of burst damage, you have a stun, and you have that tick damage with his 3. Which, when on paper, that sounds very, very good. So when I saw their team, they had a Dodgy, and that's who I was going to be going against. And I've been playing a lot of Dodgy lately, actually. And the biggest thing that I have realized is that one thing that's really hard to counter with her is if someone can out-sustain your initial burst, your chances of killing them goes down significantly. So I kind of realized that if I'm going to be going against her, I think a lifesteal build would do very well. So what I did, I started off with Assassin's Blessing and got tier 1 into Bancrofts. And my clear was not the best, and I knew that as well. So I went ahead and got 3 multi-potions and a hog. So I used the hog on the blue, as you know you should do. And the biggest thing with clearing with Agni that I found out was keeping his passive meter up and waiting to use that with the abilities helped so much with clear. It basically cleared out the minis instantly, so it was really good. Again, with Agni, you're focusing on that burst damage, and so you need to get that online as soon as possible. So I was trying to get an early kill. It didn't quite go in my favor. My mid laner ended up picking it up, which I'm more than happy with. I almost died in the process, but all in all, it worked out really well. She ended up getting, I think it was first blood, and yeah, we moved on after that. And with Agni, I unfortunately had to leech a little bit more early game than I had wanted to, picking up a few kill secures and stuff like that, which got me ahead, which was good for the late game. With Agni, you're definitely going to be trying to get to that late game, and once you get there, you're going to be a lot more powerful. And if you can snowball along the way, that is fantastic. So I tried to gank as much as I could. When you were playing a kind of unique god to the role, like, an on-her jungle, Agni, just anything that's not an assassin, basically, ganking is one of the key things that you can do to help stay ahead or get ahead, because for one thing, the enemy team won't really be expecting that as a jungle gank, because think about it, Agni has a dash in, stun, burst, you're basically dead at that point. Even mid to early game you can still do a lot of damage like that, especially if you have your passive up. So that's what I tried to do a lot. it didn't always go my way. I think I ended up dying twice, which a lot better than I thought was going to happen. The Hades when I saw that they had a Hades, I knew that I would have to get some kind of anti-heal. So I went ahead and picked that up as soon as I shouldn't even say as soon as I could. I picked it up kind of late, honestly. But it ended up working out really fine. I was able to burst down a lot of these gods. And the ones that really stood up to me and like gave me a problem to kill were Umoja and Hades. Hades, he has the ult that really it hurts Agni a lot, especially if you don't have your dash up. And he waited for my dash to be down before he used it on me, which was good. That was a very good play by him. And I think it was Hades and Dodgy were the only ones building anti-heal. So I was able to get a lot of lifesteal online, and I was able to basically full heal off of a single wave, or even honestly a single hit with a god. So as you can see, I got a lot of the kills on Dodgy, because as soon as I saw her use her 3 on me, I would dash, so that she would be forced to be in the flames, and therefore she starts taking tick damage. I stun, use my 2, use my ult, she's dead. And even if she went up into her own ult, a lot of times the tick damage actually ended up killing her while she was up there. So it worked out really, really well for me this time. So again, with Agni, you need to keep that passive meter up. People really underestimate the amount of damage that does. It has killed so many gods for me. Not just in this match, but in other matches, just that little bit of tick damage that they're not expecting. And if you can lay that on top of your 3, so you use your 1, 3, 2. And a lot of times if you have your passive meter up, they are getting so much burn damage from that they're not really paying attention to. I've noticed that, like, players do not realize, like, they won't take tick damage seriously a lot of times. I don't know if it's just, like, they don't realize how much it's actually doing to them or what, but just that I noticed would get even some of the tanks down to half health when I did that in this match. So it worked really well. So my build, I ended up going full build, was going to be Bancroft's, Lifesteal Boots, Typhon's Fang, Kronos, Divine, Divine. Then I got, Sphere of Desolation? Yeah, I got Spear of Desolation. Sorry, I was trying to think which one I got. I just wrote Spear down in my script. And then I was going to trade out Boots for Soul Gem to get that little extra damage on. And I wasn't quite able to get Soul Gem online. We ended up winning before then. But all in all, that was going to be a lot of healing for me, which completely ruined Dodgy's chances of really killing me. And Neith gave me a little bit of an issue. Only because I think she might have been the one that killed me both times, but I wasn't able to juke out of her basics, and she stunned me, and that will really hurt Agni if he gets stunned and they're not right on top of you. There's not a whole lot you can do. So all in all, though, Agni in the jungle, I do not recommend it. I got very lucky, and I have been playing jungle a lot recently. Like, in the past few months, I've probably been jungle upwards of 100, 150 times. And I have really been trying to get better at it, and I have gotten to where I am consistently winning as jungle. Even if the team doesn't win in the end, I'm ending with a positive KD, and I'm ganking a lot, and I'm usually leading the game. So, the reason why Agni really doesn't work in the jungle is because he just, like, it's a really high risk, high rewards god in the jungle. Because if you get behind, you will be behind all game. Like, it will be so hard for you to get back. And unfortunately, a lot of assassins can shut you down. Like, if there had been a Kali or anything like that, I would not have been able to do anything. And it also helped that I had a really good team that could actually carry their own for the most part. Which, you know, the worst thing as a jungle is having, like, all the lanes needing you at one time, and you get stuck in this kind of loop of, like, okay, I'm losing farm because I'm trying to babysit each lane, and then it's still not helping. And thankfully my team was good in the fact that they were able to hold their own, they were able to do well, and all in all it was just a really good game. If you look at the player damage, I did a good bit of damage. It was all in all, everyone did good on my team. So again, Agni jungle, I wouldn't recommend it, but if you do it right, it can work. There's a ton of burst damage, and he is just a really interesting god to play in the jungle. So everyone, let me know what you think of this new format that I have going. I am going to try to write better scripts from now on so that I don't have to think about what I'm saying as much. And yeah, everyone, I hope you have a great day. Stay safe with all this virus stuff going on. Stay inside, don't do anything. We are gamers. We were made to stay inside for this. Alright everyone, keep it safe, keep it real. I'll see you in the next video. Good day to you.